Okay, welcome to Zemer B'chol Yom. Zemer B'chol Yom. My name is Baruch Ruben, Baruch Meir, Ben Yonah Levi, and this is my attempt to take things that I love, the Torah, music, Musar, personal growth, spiritual growth, and kind of package it all in one monthly package for the sake of my own clarity, learning, and growth, and hopefully through my sharing it with you, you will also be able to gain. And at the end, we'll have a song. Everyone likes a song, right? Okay, so just a reminder of the format. The format's going to be, I'm going to share with you the source for the song, describe its placement in Mesilas Yesharim, the spiritual ladder of Pinchas ben Yair that the Ramchal used for Mesilas Yesharim. And then we'll discuss kind of the larger spiritual context of the time of year and how the message of the song and the verse or whatever is relevant to the time of year. And then we'll hear the song. Okay, so a few disclaimers at the beginning here. One, it's been all in the news now, this ChatGPT, so I decided I've been playing with it a little bit, and I would like to say that I actually used a chord progression that was suggested to me in my contact with ChatGPT, and I actually added that to the song, which I didn't have before, and I think it makes it better, so I wanted to give a shout out to ChatGPT out there. And so that's one case, and I also kind of use it just to look for sources and other information and ideas. So some of the things which I'll share, I guess you could say I used in partnership with ChatGPT. Not so much, mostly mine, but just to let you know, I want to skirt by that. Okay, fine. So the verse we're using this week is Iyov 5:7, just the first four words, Ki Adam Amal Yulad. For a man was born to work, and you're going to see that effort and hard work is the theme for today. Now, this verse is quoted by the Ramchal in the Mesilas Yesharim chapter 9, just to give you the quick context of Mesilas Yesharim is a ladder of spiritual growth, where the first level is zehirus, awareness, I like to say, or consciousness. It's the ability to know what's right, what's wrong, what's a mitzvah, what's an avera, to be able to reflect on that if you make a mistake, to reflect on it as you're making choices, and to be aware of yourself and the choices you're making. And then the second level is kind of once you have clarity in what's right and what's wrong, and you know yourself, so then you can choose to do the right thing and do the right thing now. It means to not procrastinate, and that's where the working hard comes in. And he quotes it specifically in the chart of chapter 9, which goes over factors that detract from zrizus. He says specifically the desire for relaxation, the hatred of work, the love of pleasure are things going to cause you to not be a zaris. And he compares it to, I guess, the level of being a zaris is somebody who's a giri diyama anan, like a day worker who knows who's there to work, or like a soldier who's muchanim, who's prepared and always ready to put in effort and work hard. Okay, so the time of the year that we're in, which is relevant to this concept of hard work, is the time of the Sfiras Omer, between Pesach and Shavuos. And the month is iyar. Happens to be, even though this is not a Kabbalah class, but on a very basic level, we see from the Sefer Yetzirah, and people quote it sometimes in Kabbalistic sources and Hasidic sources, that iyar has the symbolism of iyar is the ox. The ox is the hardworking animal, and it happens to be the Yisachar is also the month of iyar connected to the concept of the ox, the hardworking man of Torah, which is in the brachas that's given in the Torah to Yisachar, and then we'll return to how Torah is relevant to this as well. Now, it seems pretty clear that this time of year is Mesugal, is set aside for spiritual growth, especially in Tikkun U'Midos. I had a hard time finding an explicit source that says this time of the year, the Omer, is for spiritual growth and Tikkun U'Midos, fixing up your character traits. But it seems like from the conceptual landscape, which we've discussed and will continue to discuss, and from my understanding of the Torah Shabbat Peh, that is true. So hopefully that is a good assumption to make. Okay, so in the context of Tikkun U'Midos, I think one clear source, which I've heard quoted over and over again, and I saw inside for the first time this year, is a pasuk in Mishlei, which is the following. The pasuk in Mishlei says, "Hachazeg b'musar, grab onto musar, al teiref, don't let go, nitzoreha, keep it, hold on to it, or guard it, ki hi hayecha, because that is your life." And it's a famous Vilna Gaon, which I'm just going to read an English translation of, where he says, a person lives only to break those bad midos that he has not succeeded in breaking until now, and therefore he must constantly strengthen himself in this area, for if not, why is he living? And you see from this, the Vilna Gaon says that really the whole purpose of your life is to break your midas. If you're angry, to become less angry. If you're lazy, to become less lazy. If you're not so kind, to become more kind, etc. And I think even Rav Yisrael Salanter is quoted as saying, and I don't know if that's who it is, but someone's quoted as, I remember quoted as saying that it's more difficult to break one midah than learn all of Shas, which is a difficult task. Fine. So how is that relevant to the time of year necessarily? So we said the ox is for hard work, breaking your midas is hard work. That conceptually Pesach is a time it's a birthday time, it's a free gift of freedom from slavery, of cherus. And with that cherus, we're supposed to choose to work hard to make ourselves ready to Makabel the Torah, the journey that we take to Har Sinai. And that is also the work of going from the barley offering, which is an omer, to the shtei lechem, which is wheat. It's a transition from being an animal to being a man, and that is only through effort and hard work you become a man, you become a grown-up. It is only through effort and hard work, as everyone knows, because we're all born kind of selfish, and so we have to break out of that selfishness. Now, the key way to do that is to use the Torah. And we don't have the Torah yet, but there's some kind of the theme of a melas in Torah, working hard in Torah, goes together, I think, very clearly. The humblest man was Moshe Rabbeinu. He's the Makabel Torah. You have to be open and unav to be humble, to be able to be a kli, to accept the Torah. And Chazal say that before we receive the Torah, we have to read Parshas Bechukosai. And Parshas Bechukosai has a very clear remes to Amelis. Rashi, one of the most famous Rashis, Rashi deals with a problem in the verse of beginning of Bechukosai, and there's a kind of a double lashon of chuk, chok, and mitzvah, and he says the second one must be referring to the following three words. He says, Havei amelim b'Torah. You have to work hard in Torah. You have to study laboriously in the Torah, because that's the only way to get and to accept, to make yourself a kli, to accept the Torah. And then once you have the Torah, it's all about hard work. It's all about effort. And that's the theme for this time of year and for the month and for this preparation for Torah and for Torah itself. So it's really all one big package. Now, one last thing I wanted to quote is Rav Gershon Ribner, in question and answer recently was asked the following question: why, if we have so much luxury today, are people so depressed? And he basically said people are not working hard. You press a button and Amazon delivers something. Everything's so easy today. And even though luxury you think would make you happy, Kamash Malan, it doesn't. What really makes people happy, gives people sipuk, satisfaction, is hard work and effort. And everyone knows from their own experience, when you put in effort to something, whether it's a difficult job or you grow a garden or you work on a relationship, when you work for something, the sipuk, the pleasure you get, is the greatest. And that's why Torah is such an amazing thing, because in this world today, there's no shortcuts in Torah. To understand a Gemara, you have to work through the steps. To inculcate the Torah into your heart, you have to work hard. There's no way around it, and that's why the Torah is such a gift from us. So I think that's the message for this time that we have. Okay, so to put it together, we just say that the beginning of Mesilas Yesharim says this is a world for work, for effort. The next world is for pure pleasure. I think this is the time of year. It's Mesugel for Amal to accept the Torah, Amal in Torah. We should be like Yisaskar. We should be like the ox, working hard, and we'll be able to makabel the Torah. So hopefully you'll be getting this and hearing it on Lag BaOmer. I've been not listening to music and not playing music, so I've been waiting to put this out now so I could put out a song. And so hopefully you should be blessed to have a great Lag BaOmer and celebrate with Rosh Hashanah B'Yochai in whatever way you can. And you should be able to accept the Torah, prepare yourself for Shavuos as coming up. And you should be blessed to fulfill your potential, do your hard work, and be the best person that you can be. Okay, this is Baruch Meir Ben Yonah Halevi signing off. Zemer B'chol Yom, Zemer B'chol Yom. One last thing before I forget, I was just about to add. If you look in the show notes, you'll be able to see guitar chords if you're interested in playing the song, and some of the sources and a source sheet from Sefaria, and some of the text or the notes from the text of this episode. Okay. Adios. adam leyama yulad ki 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 adam leyama yulad leyama yulad